Hello there, guys.
Hey guys, how are you feeling today? Teacher Natalia here again.
Teacher Gustavo, how are you?
Is it okay? Yes, we hope so. Well, so let's start one more class today, okay? So tell me, guys, are you listening to the song? Yes, do you know the song? Teacher Gustavo, do you know the name of the song?
It's called Perfect, right? By Ed Sheeran.
Yes, that's it. Very good. And you guys, tell me, do you know Ed Sheeran? Do you like him? Do you know any other songs? Yes or no? I know many. For example, Shape of You, Photograph. And why I'm talking about him? It's a spoiler. Today, guys, we're going to study reading question in Pazuem, ok? Então, hoje a nossa aula vai ser focada para um texto e algumas questões do Pazuem, alright? E, in our text, we're going to talk a little bit about Ed Sheeran, alright? So, let's start?
Let's go. So, guys, when you do a test, in Portuguese, in English, many things. We need to read the questions, right? Read texts, read questions, interpret, right? Interpretation is very important. But the way we read needs to be, it needs to work well. And to do that, we need strategies que ajudem a gente a fazer uma boa leitura. So, we are going to start this lesson giving you some strategies and tips on how to read well texts in English, okay? So, the first tip, number 1, read the title and the surrounding information. The title will help you identify the theme of the text. Some of the questions of the text can be about additional information. Where was the text first published? When? Então, além de fazer a leitura do texto, antes mesmo de fazer a leitura do texto, não deixe de ler as informações que acompanham esse texto. O título, as informações de quem escreveu, quando, onde foi publicado, olhe no site, na URL que vem disponível, né, para também ter certeza de onde veio. Tudo isso, essas informações adicionais, te ajudam a pensar sobre o assunto do texto, sobre aquilo que vai aparecer no texto, e pode te direcionar na sua leitura para você fazer, para chegar com mais claridade no texto, ok? So the first tip is this.
All right, now the second one. While reading, pay attention to cognates and false cognates. If you understand the cognates, words that are similar in Portuguese, and false cognates, words that are similar in Portuguese but with different meanings, example, pretend, fingir, it will make your job much easier. So here, guys, we have to pay a lot of attention in the words. Why? Porque às vezes existem algumas palavras, né, que parecem in English, elas parecem que têm um significado aproximado em português e realmente tem, que são os cognates, mas às vezes elas nos enganam, né? A gente lê uma palavra em inglês e acha que o meaning dela é similar to English, but it's not, ok? The false cognates, que é o caso aqui que nós trouxemos de pretend. Pretend parece ser pretender, pretende, ok? But it is fingir, alright? So we have to pay close attention to these details, porque na hora de responder as questões, principalmente em relação a sinônimos, isso vai fazer bastante diferença, alright? So this is the second strategy.
And one more strategy, number 3, the questions can direct your reading. When in doubt, read the question to direct your reading of the text. Sometimes there are questions with alternatives in Portuguese, and that can help you too. Então, uma estratégia que eu, pelo menos quando faço provas, uso muito, ler as perguntas antes do texto. Ler as perguntas vai te ajudar a ter uma ideia do que vai aparecer no texto, então você já chega mais preparado, você já vai chegar mais preparado para saber buscar as informações que você vai precisar para responder bem as perguntas, além de que, no caso do PAS, há perguntas com alternativas em português. E isso também pode ajudar na compreensão. Às vezes tem algum terminho que já está traduzido, que causaria um pouquinho de problema lá na leitura do texto, mas que, como você leu a pergunta antes, você já chega com mais segurança. Ok? E, além disso, as perguntas, mesmo que em inglês, elas podem trazer sinônimos, né? Synonyms, que são aquelas palavras with the same meaning. When you say sad and unhappy, or good and great, they have very similar meaning, right? And if you pay attention to the questions, maybe when you go to the text, you are going to see synonyms. And when you see synonyms, it can help you understand the text better as well, okay? So the three strategies are: pay attention to the title and the surrounding information, also pay attention to cognates and false cognates, and if you want to, read the questions first, and that can direct your reading. Okay, guys? Do you have your strategies for reading? Se vocês têm outras estratégias, leave here in the comments, share with us. Okay?
Lembrando, it's not a rule, okay? It's just to help you do a best test. All right, guys? So, now we're going to practice a little bit, okay? Based on these strategies, we're going to do some of them, all right? The first one, guys, we're going to read the title and the questions first. Ok? Então, nós vamos tentar relacionar o que o title e as questions têm que a gente pode perceber antes de ler o texto. Alright? We are going to think about some possibilities for this text. Alright? Then, you have to pay attention to additional informations. Okay? Like where the text was published, who wrote it. Alright? It's very important. And also cognates and false cognates. Remember, esse que eu comentei com vocês, aquelas palavrinhas que têm um sentido similar em português e inglês, né, que se parecem, aquelas que têm um significado completamente diferente, alright? We're going to pay attention at them on the text. Then we're going to read the text and answer the questions, okay? Guys, nós trouxemos aqui, nós vamos projetar para vocês tanto o texto quanto as questões, mas nós também deixamos aqui para vocês o link, caso vocês queiram acessar direto lá no site da UEM, e também nós vamos deixar aqui na descrição do vídeo, alright? So, if you prefer, you can go there, click on it, and it's going to open the PDF, alright? So, let's go.
So now, guys, we are going to talk about the title, right? So this is Ed Sheeran. We were talking about the text, right? It's about an interview. It is from past 2019, okay? And the title is Ed Sheeran Interview, Random Questions by Mark Savage, BBC Music Report, the 2nd of March 2017, okay? So daqui a gente já consegue tirar algumas informações, right? So it is an interview with Ed Sheeran and random questions, multiple questions, various topics, okay? This text was written by this guy, Mark Savage, from BBC. BBC é o British Broadcast Channel, é um canal bastante famoso lá no Reino Unido, e aqui especificamente a seção de música da BBC, ok? And it was published in 2017. All right, so this helps us think, oh, I'm going to read a text about Ed Sheeran, an interview from the BBC, multiple questions, okay? So let's start thinking about that. Now, we are going to read the questions first, ok? Não precisa ser sempre assim, mas para a gente praticar essa possibilidade, nós vamos apresentar primeiro as questions. Lembrem-se, perguntas no PAS da UEM, nas provas de vestibular no geral, na seção de inglês, elas podem ser tanto de interpretação do texto, quanto de conhecimentos linguísticos da língua inglesa. And we are going to have both here, okay? Linguistic questions and interpretation questions. So now, guys, you are going to stop the video, read the questions, okay? Pay attention to the questions. You can also access the link if you prefer, okay? The link to the questions. So you read here, 27, 28, okay? And questions 29 and 30, all right? Pause the video or access the link for the questions. All right, because now we are going to read the text and correct the questions, all right? Muito bem. So now we have here the text, Ed Sheeran interview, random questions. Nós vamos querer que vocês façam a leitura desse texto, mas não de qualquer forma. Nós vamos querer que vocês coloquem em prática as estratégias. So, when you read the text, pay attention to cognates and false cognates. To help you, we put some possible cognates in green and some possible false cognates in yellow. Pay attention to them. And also, in blue, we have there some synonyms from the questions. As perguntas que vocês acabaram de ler, the words in blue estão ali para relacionar com palavras que apareceram lá nas perguntas. Okay? So now you can, again, pause the video, read the text, or access the link below on the comments, okay? Read the text, answer the questions, já podem responder as perguntas, and then the next part, we, teacher Natalia and I, are going to read and correct with you, okay? Então, podem fazer aí.
Was it okay? Yes? All right, so now we're going to read the text together, okay? Let's start, teacher Gustavo.
Let's go. So here the interview, right? We have BBC and Ed Sheeran. The singer talked to us in our exclusive interview. You erased yourself from social media last year. Was that for peace of mind?
My mind was definitely more settled. I didn't have as much anxiety because I didn't have as many people wanting things from me. Also, I started having conversations with people rather than going into my phone.
Whose death affected you most last year?
The George Michael thing really took me by surprise because he was so young. He's younger than my dad.
What are the best diet tips you've been given?
The best tip is to eat what you want and exercise every day. It doesn't have to be a lot of exercise. Just keep your metabolism up. Beer is my biggest poison because it puts on the most weight. But now I tend to have one beer rather than drinking beer all night.
What is the perfect song?
Something that makes you feel, whether it be happy, sad, or whatever.
What's currently making you happy or sad for that matter?
I'll tell you what is making me happy sad. My cats. They've got flu, but they are just really cute. When they sneeze, that's happy sadness.
Have you ever advised a girl to dump her boyfriend because you had a crush on her?
Probably when I was 14. Not since then. Not when it's been a serious relationship.
Given your lyrics, do people think you are wise romantically? Do they ask for advice?
I'm great at advice. I give the best advice. I just won't always follow it.
All right, very good, guys. So this is the text, right? If you have questions about the vocabulary, you can Google them. You can ask them in the comments if you want. We are going to answer there as well. Now, before we correct the questions, let's remember what we discussed last class about conditionals. Remember, that was the topic of our last two classes, exercises about zero and first conditionals. And to remember, let's try to do these exercises here together. Pensando aqui em relação ao próprio texto que a gente leu, sobre advice. If a friend asks for advice, Teacher Natalia, what will you do?
I will help my friend.
Very good. Or, if a friend asks for advice, I will try my best. How about you guys? If a friend asks for advice, what will you do? Let us know here in the comments. Letter B. If you are in love, what do you do, Teacher Natalia?
If I am in love, I try to show this person because maybe he will love me back.
Good. How about you guys? If you are in love, what do you do? Another possibility, if you are in love, you let the person know. And C, if you have pets, what do you do, guys? Do you take care of them, right? So if you have pets, you have to take good care of them. You have to love your pets. You have to give them food, give them love. So what do you do? Let us know. So remember, these are the examples for conditionals in English.